Good evening, BookTube, YouTube. This is Johnny. It's been 4 days since I made a video, and I have to make a video because I want to put all these books away. As I've mentioned in my previous videos, there was a Friends of the Library used book sale last week. Tuesday was for the friends, and then it was for the public. And then Saturday was a $5 bag sale. Last Monday, as you all know, I volunteer on Mondays from 10 to 1 and on Fridays from 10 to 1. And there's a lot of books. And what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make a couple of videos. And I'm going to watch the time and go for about 15 minutes because I think that this camera that I film with, the videos can last maybe 20 minutes and then it turns itself off. But first of all is July the 26th, 2022. It is 5:56 in the evening here in Holland, Michigan. It is 79 degrees down here in the lower level. And yeah, and one thing about making videos, why I find it so difficult, is I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I realize that I come off imperfect. And it's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of gives me I cringe when I watch my videos because they're so imperfect. But one thing, and as I've said in my videos, I'm kind of insecure, and I don't have confidence in myself, and I'm kind of introverted, but already I'm wasting time. So first of all, I want to show, I bought the complete works of Mark Twain, 24 volumes. I'm not going to show each volume. This is the Mark Twain's Works Author's National Edition. This set came out in 1901. And they came into the Book Nook. They were in the back, and I bought them for, she gave me a good price, the woman who runs the bookstore. So I got 25 volumes of the works of Mark Twain. As you all know, I've been showing you books on Mark Twain for a number of years. I just showed you the annotated Huckleberry Finn. I've shown you biographies on Mark Twain. I've shown you all kinds of books. But there's 25 volumes in this, the works of Mark Twain, so I got those. I'm not going to show each of those. If you want a list of them, they're in my online diary, Crooked Fingers. There's an entry, the works of Mark Twain's 25 volumes, the National Edition. It says in here that this edition this is the authorized uniform edition of all my books, Mark Twain. And this one, like The Life on the Mississippi, and you all know his works. So besides that, I'll just go by, I have piles over here. I got I got history, In the Presence of My Enemies, War in the Heart, America in 1859 to 1863 by Edward J. Elders. I got this in the $5 bag. I'm just going to pull history. I got this in the $5 bag, Cradle of America, 4 Centuries of Virginia History by Peter Wallenstein. I'm just going to pull history here. What else do we have by history? Oh, The Forgotten Characters of Old San Francisco by Robert Ernest Cowan, Anne Bancroft, and Addie Malou. I collect books in San Francisco. This is Old San Francisco. It was a $5 bag. I got that from. And then what else I got as far as history? I got this book, Birth of America, From Before Columbus to the Revolution by William R. Polk, And then what else we got here? This is the Journals of Lewis and Clark with a foreword by Stephen E. Ambrose, edited by Bernard DeVito. I have the complete journals of Lewis and Clark, a special edition in the back room, but I picked this up because I like the writings of Bernard DeVito, who's a very famous American historian. And this is a biography of a very famous Irish politician. I got this at a thrift store. The Man Who Was Ireland, Tim Pat Hooligan, by Edmond de Vera. That wasn't really a library, that's from a thrift store. What else we got here? I got this at the Friends of the Library Used book sale. Salonika, City of Ghosts by Mark Mazower. Salanka, City of Ghosts. This is a city in Greece, if I remember correctly, and it goes through, it's Christians, Muslims, and Jews, 1430 to 1950. So I picked that up. And what else do we have here? It's a biography. I got this at the $5 bag sale. Eric H. Erickson, The Growth of His Work by Robert Coles. He was a psychoanalysis. What else do we have? We have a biography on P.H. Woodhouse, a biography by Francis Donaldson. As you all know, I like biographies. I have writings of P.H. Woodhouse, and I have another biography, but I picked this up for, I think, $1. And I picked up 2 books, The Essential Gesture, Writings, Politics, and Places by Natalie Goremeier. She's a South African writer. I collect her, and I found this. These are like Writings, Politics, and Places. And then I found also Conversations with Natalie Goremeier. This kind of like biographies. And I picked up another book on Berlin, A Portrait of Its History, Politics, and Architect and Society by Giles McDougall. Another book on Berlin. Picked a book up on the Grateful Dead, A Long Strange Trip, The Inside History of the Grateful Dead by Dennis McNally. I have Dennis McNally's book, Desolate Angel, Jack Kerouac and the Beat Generation. This is his book on the Grateful Dead. You know, I'm into the 60s, the Beats. I'm not really a Deadhead, but I like McNally's book on Jack Kerouac. This is the complete poems and plays of T.S. Eliot, a great famous modernist poet. This is a thrift store book. This is the first novel, Tim O'Brien, Northern Lights. He wrote that famous novel, The Things They Carried, in the Lake of Woods, Tomcat in Love. I collect his writings. This is one of his first novels. This is a biography, Mistress Badstreet, Untold Life of America's First Poet by Charlotte Gordon. Another biography. This is another biography. I got this in the $5 bag. American Emperor Aaron Burr's Challenge to Jefferson's America by David O. Stewart. This is a memoir by the British writer Martin Amis. Experience, a memoir. You know, I collect Martin Amis's writings, his essays, his biographies, his novels. This is his earlier memoir. This one came out in 2000. This one, Experience. This is The World of Charles Dickens by Agus Wilson, who's a British novelist, and he wrote this little biography sketch on Charles Dickens. This is a book, Library on Quiet History by Matthew Battles. Another biography, Samuel Adams, A Life by Ira Stroll. He's one of the early founding fathers, Samuel Adams. This is New England Life in the 18th Century. These are biographical sketches of men who lived during the New England life in the 18th century. This is by Clifford K. Shipton. Yeah, it's just, I just grabbed it. New England Life in the 18th Century, representative biographies from Simley's Harvard Graduates by Clifford K. Shipton. Kind of an odd book, but I just grabbed it. And then I got this massive history of art, edited, general editor by Sir Lawrence Gowing. It's a Barnes and Noble book, so it's not really a classic book on art history, but I just grabbed it. And then I picked up John Russell's book on Paris. I have his book on London. This is the one he did on Paris. And then he did one on Paris and they did one on London. I have the one on London upstairs. But I got that from my Paris, France collection. And then I picked up a book on the young Breck, a German playwright, modernist. It's a biography by Hans Otto Munster. Theater of the Absurd. This is The Millennium in Central Europe, A History of Hungary by Laszlo Kochner. Can't pronounce the name, but this is on the history of Hungary. This is a book. I collect the writings of Stephen Jay Gould. This is Time's Arrows, Time's Cycle, Myth and Metaphor, and the Discovery of Geological Time. We're coming to the end. It's almost 15 minutes. Freud's Requiem, Morning, Memory, and the Invisible History of a Summer Walk by Matthew von Unwert. It's like a little biography on Sigmund Freud. These are Balzac's complete novellas. This is really an old edition. This came out in 1926. I'm really into Balzac. So I got that. Samurai William, the Englishman Who Opened Japan by Giles Milton. Biography. Biography on the late movie star Montgomery Clift. A biography by Patricia Bosworth. This came out in the 70s. What else do we have here? We have Joan Dion, Denon, the political fictions. These are her like essays on politics. Wisdom and Strength, a biography of a Renaissance masterpiece by Peter Watson. Taking the Water, Spirit, Art, and Sensuality by Alvy. I can't pronounce it. Anyway, it looked interesting, so I grabbed it. This is a poetry criticism by Marianne Moore by Bonnie Costello. So I'm going to stop there because I have a whole bunch of more, and I'll show those in a future video. I just want to give you a sample of what kind of books. Some of this stuff I got, I had the this novel. This was a freebie. She wrote The Historian. This is The Swan Thieves by Elizabeth Costello. This was free because it's it was a freebie. I don't know. Venus in Exile: Rejection of Beauty in the 20th Century Art by Wendy Steiner. Carlos Williams Selected Poems. Flowers in the Dustbin: Culture, Anarchy, and the Postwar England by Neil Nehring. It's about punk culture in England after the Second World War. This is a novel by Nicholas M. Rinaldo, Jukebox Queen of Malta. I have 2 other novels by him in my library, somewhere. What else? Another book of essays by Stephen Jay Gould, Full House, The Spread of Excellency from Plato to Darwin. These other books are just thrift store books. I mean, and Book Nook books. Nothing really you haven't seen. That's just thrift store books or books I got from the Book Nook. So that's a kind of a sample of the kind of books that I buy at a used book sale, and the Friends Library used book sale, and I can put these away. And yeah, I also got these 2 books from the book sale. Harmony of the World Stories by Charles Baxter. I've been reading this last couple of days. I collect Charles Baxter's works. And I found at the book sale Harold Bronte Stories, First Love and Other Sorrows. I've been reading this last couple of days. I have other things upstairs, art books, art catalogs I got, but nothing really I can show them. Maybe another video. I do a video on art books. So yeah, today is a Tuesday, and yeah, not much else to communicate. So I'll sign off. If you want to know about these books, just ask me below. I'm doing very fast because it's been 15 minutes and this thing's going to die on me. Hope you're all doing well. The weather's cooling off here in Michigan. Hope it's cooling off where you're at. And thank you for the comments. Thank you for the new subscribers. And yeah, like I said, read my online diary, Crooked Fingers, and Live Journal. Just Crooked Fingers, or type in my name, Johnny Keen, K-E-E-N, and you'll find my Flickr account, my online diaries, and my Facebook and things like that if you want to know more about me and my reading life. And yeah, so I'll sign off, and until next time, bye.